Hey traders, Gil here, GTraderPro, and in this video I just want to walk through with our new subscribers, our new members here in Discord, and give you a little bit of an introduction into the live trade room. We do operate two separate trade rooms simultaneously, one for our non-trained traders, our members who have not taken the course on what's behind the G levels, and those that have. And the group over here that you see, this room down here. So we've got two places that we drop our trade room links in, GG Trade Room and MWG. This stands with Markets with Gil. Markets with Gil Trade Room is the live trading room for our non-trained subscribers. The GG Trade Room, Gil's Gang, is what we refer to those who have taken the training course and understand what's behind the G level principle. So again, two separate rooms. They're simulcast, but we do run them separately for our trained and non-trained traders. Each day, the link is dropped in here, and this is where you would go once you've subscribed to the room, or if you've taken a free trial, this is where you'll go to get the link, and the Zoom link is placed here every day. You click on that link, obviously. Most of you are familiar with that, and you would join the live room. The live room does run each and every day. It opens up at 9 a.m. Eastern, runs to 11:30. Most days we go all the way to 11:30, the European close. Sometimes we'll shut it down early. We look for 1 to 2 trades. We get in, we make our objective, we get our winning trades, and we wrap up our trading day. Some days it's very quick, but then we hang around, we chat about markets. I try to share some market insights. So there's more to being in the live room than just simply getting a trade or two handed out to you. There's a lot of insights that I try to deliver in my years of experience. So that's part of it. But again, 9 to 11:30 is when the rooms run, and you would get those links in your appropriate spot here. Now, here's just a little bit of a look at the chart that you're going to see when you come into the live trade room. This is the MES. I will typically here in the live room most of the times illustrate trades using micros. So we trade the MES and the MNQ. Occasionally in the room, we'll put on a full ES contract trade or two. And again, depends on the scope of the account. Most of the traders, not all traders, but most of the traders in the room are using prop accounts and are either attempting to pass evals or have passed evals or in PA accounts, who have reached their payout status or are trying to get to that payout status. The approach that I take in the room is really one of consistency. It's not about getting there quick. It's about getting to the objective and maintaining that. So if you're trying to reach that drawdown, if you're in a PA account and you're trying to reach that threshold, it's about consistently making money every day and being consistent, managing the losses, and getting to that point of payout. And then, of course, it's important to be able to maintain that drawdown and get above it and maintain above it. So risk management is paramount. It's not about getting there fast. It's about doing it correctly, methodically, consistently, and that's what I try to illustrate. So again, a typical trade may be 2 or 3 micros, maybe as many as 5. For the most part, we take a trade or two in both the NASDAQ and the S&P, and we're able to meet those objectives. By the way, if you check out our trade room profit and loss, this link right here, we'll give you a calendar where you can track everything in green is a profitable day. If it's blue, there were no trades taken. I either wasn't trading that day or was unavailable. And red, you can, of course, enlarge this. Red is a losing day, green are winning days, and each day will tell you exactly what we made or lost on that particular day, and blue are days that there is no data because we did not trade. All right, so that's where you can go. It's very above board. It's very clear. You'll see the profit and loss as I'm realizing it live in the trade room. You'll see it for yourself. All right. So these are where the links are. That's where the daily profit is. Let's take a look at the chart for just a minute, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the Essentials Pass that is included in your room subscription. All right. Let's go to the chart for just a minute and talk about what you see here is what we refer to as our G levels ultra indicator. This indicator is all proprietary. There's nothing off the shelf about it. It's not a remix of other indicators. This is all a culmination of the work behind what I refer to as the G levels, and more about that perhaps this week in a webinar that we're going to be holding. But these are the indicator levels that are critical, and our traders know how to utilize them. Let's just enlarge this chart for just a minute. Let's grab this, make this a little bit easier to see, and we'll come back to the Discord. This is what it looks like when you come into the room in the morning and we get started. Like I said, at 9 o'clock this morning, as an example, at 9 o'clock we were talking about that the market, this is the ES, and that it was at what we refer to as the pre-New York lines. This is our pivot, and the double green here and the double red here are pre-New York levels. Now, it was one of the things we do kind of instruct during the trade room, so you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. But when the market is above the pivot level, we're in a bullish mode. When we're below the pivot level, of course, we're in a bearish mode. Generally speaking, with the market finding support on our inner levels, pre-New York levels, the way they did this morning, we said, listen, it's likely that the market's just going to rally right up to 63.12, but we could just be long as long as we're holding these levels here at 62.99, 6300. The market is likely to go up into the first New York level, which is 63.12, and it went, as you can see, it went straight up to 63.12. This is the next level on the way up. So again, as long as we're above the pivot, we know the market's going to reach its pre-New York levels. Once the market clears the pre-New York levels, our next upside target would be 63.12, and then we start getting into excuse me, a bit of the more extremes, 63.26 and 63.35.36. We can see that we really did get stretched very quickly today. The market went up. So we did say, hey, listen, the only way to be long is likely to just be in the market and take your target at 63.12 or 63.25. I was very confident, 63.26 I should say. I was very confident in the live room this morning that the market would reach these levels. Traders in the live room knew that we wanted to be on the long side to get up here. And we wanted to hold off shorting until we got to some of these extreme levels. And we can see here that the market did reach up very quickly, reached up to 39 to 40 before it had a little minor pullback. We can see below here our specialized stochastic. So this has been altered. This is not your standard stochastic. We can see here how it lights up real nice, and it did a nice job for us this morning as well. And we can see that the market went sideways. What we ended up doing here shortly after 11 o'clock is we got long. We went long the market right here after they made the high and pulled back. We bought the market down here at 35.34. And the G level principle says we will make a new high. The high is not in for the day. The market will make a new high. And it didn't take all that long. But about an hour later, here's the market up at the 63.48 to 63.50 level. This was the target that we gave out in the long trade from 63.35 here today. So this was a called trade, called live. We were long, and we took the exit off as the market approached 63.50. Why 63.50? Because it's halfway. These are our two extreme levels for the day. These are daily extreme levels. We're above one, sitting on it. The market's going to want to try to get to the upper level, but we're going to be confident enough, at least to be conservative, we're going to take the profit at the halfway point. So that's why we targeted getting up to 50. It was a nice trade from 35 to 50, a nice 15-point trade. And so that certainly helped out the cause here today with the S&P. And we can see here that they've been holding all afternoon in the range of these two extreme levels. No pullbacks really occurring. Our stochastic got a little bit overbought here on the 5-minute chart, but price is not coming down. And that's because the market ultimately, whether it gets there today, before the close, tonight, tomorrow, it's what, presently 3:45. So we're about 15 minutes from the cash close. And if you watch the morning brief here this morning, or if you watch the weekend forecast on the Sunday YouTube video, you know that I called for 63.64 yesterday, Sunday afternoon, before the markets open. So this is where they're going. But this is an example of what you'll see in the live room each and every day. We utilize the indicator that that is available to our traders, and you see me using it each and every day. We do not provide stuff, indicators, strategies. We're not here selling stuff that we don't use and illustrate. So everything that we talk about at GTraderPro, the course, the G levels, the ultra indicator, the trading strategy, all are employed here by myself in the live trade room for everybody to see. Very transparent. So this is what you'll see in the live trade room. And again, this is a typical, I should say, this is not a typical day where the market just runs straight up, straight up, straight up. Ordinarily, these types of levels are going to give us a pullback. Today was an exception. And there's a reason for that. We won't get into that in this video. But seeing them go sideways, and again, we had a nice trade set up saying that market's going to make a new high. It's all part of the understanding of the G level principle. And here we go, grinding it up. So it was a little bit of a grind, but it worked out beautifully here. We do the exact same thing here in the NASDAQ. We took a long trade in the NASDAQ. We bought this little pullback here to about 23,220. We said, listen, the market has to stay above literally 23,188. We want to hold 188. If we hold 188, we want to stay in our long position. The NASDAQ 2 will make new highs on the day, and here it is occurring. So our traders heard this. They saw it. We took the trade. We executed the trade, and we held on to the position. One of my targets that we said ultimately the NASDAQ would get to was 300. And here they are reaching 23,300. That was all said this morning in the live room that they would get there. And the last long entry we had was back here shortly after 11 o'clock. Worked out nicely, but it took all afternoon to get there. So again, I don't like to talk about money. I don't like to talk about profits. The idea of saying to someone, hey, you're going to make $500 to $2,000 every day, or you're going to make $2,000 in the first 10 minutes every day, or in the first hour every day, that to me is just ludicrous. I don't operate that way. You're going to see me execute. You're going to see the, again, you have the ability to go over here and take a look at the daily profit and loss. Whether you're trading minis or micros is going to determine what your daily profit is, all right? And what you can handle with your drawdown. If you're trading a $50,000 eval account, or you're trading a $50,000 PA account, or 100 or 150,000, again, sizing and leveraging is critical. I talk a lot about that in the live rooms, in some of the other video series that I do. It's extremely important to not over leverage and not go for the grand slams every day. Are we going to have days? If you look at the profit and loss, I think Thursday or Friday of last week, we had a profit of $700. Okay, you're never going to see me showing and illustrating you making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day. I don't play that way. All right, it's about being consistent and repeatable. What can we do consistent and repeatable? How can we have 80 to 90% winning trades, 80 to 90% winning days, manage the losses, and progress prudently, thoughtfully, and consistently to our goals and our objectives. And in the live room, you'll hear me talk about my trading plan, my business plan, how I manage the day, how I manage the week, how we manage the profit for the month, and then ultimately, of course, get to the payout objectives. All right, and again, it comes down to consistency and repeatability. It's not about going for broke on each and every trade. If you want to trade 2 to 3 minis, great. Then, of course, 2 to 3 minis is going to have a much higher profit potential here than trading 2 or 3 micros. If you stick with us in the live room and you're consistent, you're going to see just how quickly we can stack up $100, $200, $300 a day trading days, and how quickly that adds up to a very good month. If you're going to leverage that across multiple accounts, that's up to you. All right, that's up to the individual. But again, honest, realistic results is what we're talking about here and what we're all about at GTraderPro. And so that's a little bit about some insight into the room, what you're going to see. You're going to see us use our own work. We do not rely, stochastic is the only other thing you're going to see on my chart. We do not rely on anybody else's work or anybody else's indicators. We have our proprietary knowledge in terms of developing key price levels and then having our indicator, let's go back to there we go. Having our indicator be able to determine when and how these prices are going to be reached. And again, I want to go over one last thing with you here. Now, when you are a room subscriber at no additional cost, you're going to get what we refer to as the Essentials Pass. The Essentials Pass is going to give you daily access to a couple of other channels. One, the morning brief. Here is the morning brief. Every day before the market opens, I share my market insights and thoughts. This was posted about an hour and a half before the market opened today. Only room subscribers or payers of the Essential Pass, subscribers to the Essential Pass, get this video. This is about 5, sometimes 10 minutes in length, covers a few markets, tells you precisely where I believe the market is going to trade, how it's going to trade there, and how we are going to execute that game plan. So it really does lay you out the roadmap for the morning session and the day. You're going to get that included as a room subscriber. You're also going to get my daily levels. Here's today's daily levels for the ES, the NASDAQ, and crude. When I like it, it'll include gold. So gold, crude, ES, and NASDAQ, for the most part, we're going to provide you daily support resistance levels, pivot levels, and other important prices that are going to be in play for the day. All right. Lastly, you're going to get my daily G trade. Now, there's nothing that I posted here today for the daily G trade. Normally, there's going to be a trade there posted every day. If you look up here for free Friday G trade, you'll see the trade that we posted here on Friday. Try to buy the ES at or near 62.63 on any further pullback. I posted that at 10:21 in the morning on Friday. Well, shortly thereafter that, we got long at 62.63, and the market ran 30 points. If you go into the free Friday trades, you'll see some of the prior posts that I've made, and you'll be able to go back and look at a chart and say, hey, those trades worked out extraordinarily well. Okay, again, the success ratio is going to be 80-90%. Risk management, loss management is critical, and we're not going to win on every trade. We don't promise winning trades on every trade, but by and large, the vast majority of these daily trades are going to be substantial trades. These are not small trades. These are not looking for ticks. This particular trade, and I said 6,300 and higher is the target. Well, the market got to 62.97, so it was good for nearly 34 points. So it was a really nice trade. You're going to have access to those trades each and every day as part of your room subscription. So again, room subscribers, you're going to have access to the morning brief, the daily G trades, and the daily levels, all included in the price of the room. No additional cost to do that. So hope that you find this video a little bit helpful. I invite you to take a free trial of the room, come in for a few days, check it out with making no commitment. The room does not auto renew, so you're going to renew it every month. If you don't want to follow up into the second month or the third month, any point in time you want to cancel, you don't have to go in and log in and find a way to cancel your subscription. We're not going to renew it automatically. We'll send you a reminder that your billing is due, but you'll be responsible for renewing it manually. And at least I know that's the way I would like to operate. So there you have it. Hopefully this introduction to the room helps. I love to see you all come in, take a free trial. You like what you see, join on a month-by-month basis, cancel, leave anytime you'd like. And then as you trade with us, I know that you're going to have a wonderful experience, and at some point in time perhaps you'll want to take the course that we offer here. You can check that out on our website, GTraderPro.com, learn a little bit more about the educational series that I offer, what's behind the methodology, what's the secret behind the G levels. But that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. I'm Gil. Thanks for being here, and send me a DM if you have any questions whatsoever, or if we can hook you up with a free trial. I'll see you then. Take care, everybody.